Hello everyone, this is Jennifer and I'm going to go ahead and do a daily reading today. See how the energies are. Unfortunately, the planes have started flying again, so you're going to hear a lot of planes in the background. I hope everyone is safe and doing well. Sending you lots of light and love, protection. Calling the guides, ascended masters, angels, source energy, higher selves, twin higher self. And we'll just go ahead and grab one more deck. All right, crystals today. Coming to the end of Pisces here, final week of Pisces. So that's very deep subconscious layers, very deep patterns and programming coming up to the surface. I've seen for many of us, they want us to stop. Well, what's coming up to be cleared is this pattern of overgiving and like holding all of the emotional work in the relationship, in our responsibility. So clearing that out, clearing the way to be just authentically ourselves. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, healthy boundaries, inner child, abundance, and willpower. So yeah, they're saying a lot of healing from our inner child wounds, right? What does that mean exactly? Because a lot of the time we hear these words repeated a lot and we don't really understand what they mean. So in my own example, you know, when my parents weren't meeting me emotionally and doing the work, I did all of the work in the relationship to try to get them to show up emotionally, right? Which included negative acting out and things like that, just because that's the only time they would show up emotionally, right? And again, I talked about this last time I did a video. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting attention. This is just a maturing of our emotional body. You know, when we do start to understand the abundance within ourselves of our emotions, that nobody really truly makes us feel any way besides ourselves. And I know that's a very big, bold statement when we're not ready for it. But then we learn this willpower to control our emotions. And I don't mean control as in manipulate. I mean command them in a way that's masterful and authentic. All right. So we're going to get started here with Gemini. Gemini is one of the magician cards, so oftentimes Geminis can be, in one of the dual signs, they can be very manipulative. So again, we have a card of authenticity coming out, and then also a card of manifestation. This is the 11, and this is the 12. It's the 38. This pyramid really wants to be in this video. Okay. So, Gemini, you are interesting. We have a matched pair here, the king and the queen, and then another matched pair, the high priestess and the hierophant. I believe that the Hierophant is actually the counterpart to the High Priestess. I always want it to be the Magician, but it's not. And for some reason, I'm wondering if it's the Hermit, but I think it's the Hierophant. Your person is wanting to invest in this relationship. I think you've rejected their offer, or they rejected you at some point. But you two are very much in sync with each other. I mean, these cards are, you know, they see you as their counterpart for sure. Both in the emotional world and in the spiritual world. However, right now, it does not look like you're moving forward. I get the sense that you're working on being authentic, and you know, you're in this king position with this open cup, and they're in the queen position with their cup closed. You do seem to be reading some sort of spiritual text, getting downloads, working on transforming your physical world right now. You could be working on these inner child wounds, having more healthy boundaries. They've got a lot of red. There's a lot of red in this reading. So their heart may be a bit more closed than yours. And you may want them to open their heart to like let out their authenticity more. And because of that, they may be just operating more in the physical world than you want them to. I do see, though, that you are getting spiritual enlightenment. And if you are steady on your boundaries, that will happen for you. I think you'll see a shift in them, but it is going to come from you that happens. All right, Libra. Again, this Independence card and then an Abundance card, very similar to what was in Gemini. And then heart healing, heart chakra awakening, opening. Oh man, wow. I have the Gemini and the Aquarius card here. Sagittarius, Cancer. We have big cards coming out for air signs. Well. All right, Libra, you're in a period of waiting, feeling quite a renewed sense of passion. And, you know, Temperance tempers the Two of Cups and the Lovers. These are their cups. So it's very mirrored energy there for me. She also has her foot fully in the water and on the land. And again, we have the Star with one foot on the land and one foot in the water. Your person isn't quite there yet, grounding this into the physical. They're trying, but they're not feeling they're not feeling in their power quite yet. Looks like you're making decisions, but you're both opening to this unconditional love. It's actually quite beautiful. I can feel it in my solar plexus. There's a maturation going on and a moving forward. Your person needs to heal from the past. This is coming through as father energy, but it could be both. And until they choose to do that, their life energy force will be diminished, even though it may be quite strong. Right now. They have the possibility to step into this King of Pentacles energy. Interesting. All right, it's not over. So, you know, I mean, obviously this is eternal bond. We have two basically infinite cards here, and you know, this process that we're looking at here could take 6 months. So be patient. Work on your manifestations. That's what they're telling me. Not around this relationship, but around a different relationship. And if you'd like to work with me further on that, I do manifestation coaching and also twin flame gigs on Fiverr. The link's below. And then I do twin flame coaching on Patreon. Okay. Aquarius. Again, another card of manifestation. So all the air signs are heavy in their abundant manifestations. You seem to be stuck in the past about what you didn't get and what you wasn't said to you, and possibly being juggled. Your person is coming out of a cycle where they're seeing that they have been misled mentally or controlled somewhat, emotionally manipulated, and they're learning about being a spiritual being and understanding love and unity consciousness. I do think by the summertime they're going to have completed this process. I definitely would not rush them. I would advise you here not to even contact them right now. They're in the hangman position. They're in deep illumination from Piscean energy. They're learning about magic, their magical abilities. They have to choose to remove this blindfold themselves. If they contact you, I would treat it as a friend and try to address them in a very big picture way, as a mentor, a teacher, a trusted person. Like, I would try to step out of the romantic nature of this relationship right now. I hope that helps you. You know, as twins, we are all things. There is no boxes to put us in. That's why it feels so very strange a lot of the time. And so if you need to be just friends for a while, it's really not a big deal. It doesn't mean that the other parts of the relationship are gone or something like that. Just so you know that. Some people may need to know that. Anyway, if you'd like to work with me, I am on Fiverr. My twin flame gigs start at $5. And I am on Patreon, and I so appreciate you liking, sharing, subscribing my videos. It really means the world to me, and much love to you. I'm going to get going with water signs. Hi, water signs. How are you? We are in the last degrees of Pisces. Very, very watery. Venus is in Pisces. Mars is in Gemini. Some very interesting energies coming through. So we are ending the manifestation coming through very heavy for air signs too. So very much we are manifesting our reality. So relax and really get into the positive vibe. Really hold your integrity high because new beginnings are starting. We have, you know, the new astrological year starting in Aries. So everything will be more focused on ourselves. Right now, it's a little bit more focused on the collective energies. And we are in our subconscious doing a lot of work, releasing patterns. Yeah, death just fell out. So if there are things that are coming to your attention that need to just fall by the wayside, you know, essentially they need to die for you right now, just let them, because everything that ends right now is going to be restarted in a new way as we come through Aries season. Okay, one more deck. We'll get started here. And you can begin to manifest from a new place of integrity. You know, integrity means really being authentically true to yourself and standing in your own truth and holding steady to that which you are. All right, let's start with Cancer here. All right. It does look like this relationship is bringing up some triggers of being left out, abandoned, betrayed for you. Possibly your person walked away with someone else to start a marriage or a relationship with them. Just know, you know, in the twin flame community, whatever, in the twin flame relationship, it doesn't matter what they're doing. All that matters is your energy. And you're seeing this really as a permanent structure they're building, I think, what this card is telling me. That they like turned their back on this spiritual relationship and went into a different direction. If they didn't start a new relationship with someone else, they could have just rejected you or ghosted you or gone silent on you. But be really careful about what you talk about. Like these negative feelings from the past or whatever happened in your childhood or in this relationship. Hold on, sorry, I have to shut the door. You're fine. You're fine, stay. Lie down. You need to work this out without talking it through with them, okay? So be really careful about what you say if you get upset. I'm not saying to hold it in, but figure out a way to work it out without going to them and exploding on them, okay? If you would like to work with me, my twin flame gigs start at $5 for energy checks, and I can help you with a lot of things in your energy. Okay, Scorpio. I think you have some things in your past that are still haunting you a bit. Lay down. I just shut the door. There's some things that need healing for you and your person. Your person is really trying to be happy on their own, but part of them is not. And they see you as wish fulfillment, but they also don't want more of the conflict that was in the past. So part of what's going on is you waking up to your spiritual nature, believing that you can have these dreams that you're planning about, waiting for all of your hard work to pay off. Your person also is trying to really believe in themselves. Hey, lay down, lay down. Again, this, integrity and manifestation is coming through for you. So work on that. Work on being consistent with it every single day. If you want to work with me, I'm on Fiverr. And my twin flame gigs start at $5. So you can find the links below. Oh, all right. I think Gemini got some of these cards. So I think that you're healing. This combination of cards is really beautiful. The High Priest and the King of Cups. Because for me, it's telling me emotionally, come on, please stop. You know your spiritual nature and you're really bringing that into your emotions. I get a real sense that you have slowed down with this Four of Swords and this Merlot card. And you're connecting, there's a shift in you that is changing. It's a balance of masculine and feminine, and it's shifting your spiritual nature. Your person, I feel like they're really coming into their own sense of sovereignty. They're understanding how they sought attention because of their wounding from their childhood, I believe is what this is telling me. I talked about this in the opening of the air sign, and that's what I see here. That they're realizing that they did so much work, all the emotional work in the relationship, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want to be to have this equal give and take. Like, I feel like the Six of Pentacles should be out here too, but just there's a desire for a new beginning here that isn't present in these cards yet, but I can just see it in this. It's like a door opening to a higher spiritual home. I hope that makes sense to you. It's a very, this is a very, when I channel, it's hard for me to even make sentences sometimes, but like, it's a very channeled reading for whatever reason. Both these animals have crowns on too, so they are really, I think you're both recognizing the divine nature of this relationship. I think you've both accepted that it's doesn't feel like a normal relationship, because it's not a normal relationship. Okay, I hope that helps you. If you'd like more insight in working with these energies and shifting them and doing a twin flame check, I do all that on Fiverr. My twin flame gigs start at $5, and I would be happy to talk to you if you need something more intense or elaborate. So I do like past life regressions, Akashic record readings, space clearing. I do theta healing and SRT, spirit release therapy. If you think that there's been some compromise in your spiritual auras, I can help with those. And then if you're interested also, I do more intellectual, practical training on twin flame energies on Patreon. All right. Hello, Earth signs. Speaking of past lives, here we go. Ecstasy, friendship, past life, and learning. So ecstasy is a state of spiritual enlightenment where we basically become frenzied, overtaken by spirit, and we lose all, basically earthly needs. It's my understanding. It's a very high level spiritual vibration, very far past unconditional love. So the twin flame journey is about getting to the vibration of unconditional love, which is 540. It's very close to sainthood, and I know that sounds like a very intimidating proposition for most of us, when probably our boss makes us mad, our kids make us mad, whatever, our family makes us upset. We can't even, Queen of Wands fell out. We can't even really just get through a day without, being upset about somebody who cut us off or whatever it is. A telemarketer calling, and we get frustrated, and we certainly aren't not saints, right? Because we're probably making some decisions that we question or even, in our best interest sometimes. But I want you to know this journey is a journey towards unconditional self-love and unconditional love of others. And that is what the goal is unity consciousness, understanding that we are all one, we are all love, and we are stripping away the barriers that keep us from understanding our true nature. Now, many people do this without a twin flame relationship, even though they are made as a twin flame, because their soul is not currently ready to begin ascension, which that's what this is, the beginning of ascension. And so the twin flame journey makes it very rapid growth. So I just want you to realize, some of those things. It does feel like a really intense romantic relationship or sexual relationship, but that's not necessarily what it is for. Okay, Taurus. That's my opinion, of course. You are in this dance, though, with another your counterpart that was made in duality. This is a world of duality, and we are made in duality on this plane. Okay. I think your person is struggling with their choices from the past. Coming to terms with the nature of this. Hey, stop, please. the nature of this relationship. Oh, gross. Okay. They do see the infinite bond. I think you have begun your movement to another level, and you're kind of waiting for them to catch up with you. They're being very stoic in a lot of ways about their understanding of this bond. I do think that they are learning that it is a past life bond, and I do think they are being somewhat enlightened about it. I think you're processing some heartache and learning to trust the universe in a new way about you had a loss over the King of Swords, and my heart goes out to you. This is you. It could be a relationship ending. It could be a family member passing. It could be a friendship that ended. There are many different ways this will come to pass for people. But I do think you are going to go talk to them, talk to your counterpart, and they will help you as a friend understand. But again, I mean, they're asking for patience, and it's, I know, so frustrating when you get that word. But just be patient. If you want to work with me further, I am on Fiverr, and the link is below. My twin flame gigs start at $5. All right, Virgo, you have the Death card here. So it's really interesting. This is like a very, very small viewpoint. This is a very large viewpoint. I do think Libra, some air signs got some of these cards, a mixture. Air and Pisces, you have Aquarius, Gemini, water signs, Taurus, Cancer. I would count this as a Scorpio card. You definitely have a lot of past life influences here. Your person is seeing something. This is the 11 card. They're definitely waking up to what is going on here. I mean, dog, please. Can you please stop? Excuse me. I think you are wanting to move forward into a marriage. Sorry, I have a dog here and it's just being so obnoxious right now. You know, your person might also want to move forward. I think there's some healing from the past and transformation that still needs to happen. Maybe even past life karma that needs to be transmuted. Now, I do not believe that past life karma needs to be transmuted before you can be in union. Some people do. There's some sort of soul contract here that needs to be fulfilled still. I think it's on both of your sides. That's what's coming through for me. So if that's the case, if both of you are married, there's healing that needs to be done in that relationship. But I feel a real pressure on me to want to move forward. Just make sure you fully, they're showing me turning the leaves. Make sure you fully turn the leaves over. and heal what's underneath, because there is something underneath that you'll have to deal with, at least eventually. All right, if you want to work with me further, I'm on Fiverr. My twin flame gigs start at $5, and you can find that link below. And I'm also on Patreon and TikTok. Okay. This is for Capricorn. Let me see if I can open the door for this dog. You want to go out? Go out. So a lot of playfulness in this energy right now. They do want so your person has a lot of baggage from the past. You are their wish fulfillment. They do want to come to you in a lighter way, whereas I think you are more focused on healing and getting rid of what doesn't serve you to be in this Empress energy. Dog, please stop. Hey, go on. No. No. What I'm getting is that you're going to be talking quite a bit. And they do want to express some sort of love to you in a playful way. It may be more sexual. It may even actually be that they want to impregnate you. That's for some of you. Because I do see all of these are very cards of becoming pregnant. If that applies to you and you need to take that as a message, go ahead. If not, ignore it. Sorry. Driving me nuts. Okay. Whatever it is that you need right now, you are the Empress and you need to communicate that. And this is your truth. And it might need to be established that a new kind of friendship or a new kind of spiritual relationship needs to be planted here. Needs to be, if this has just been a strictly sexual relationship, you may need to be very open about your desires now. That's the message coming through. And if you want them to do more of the work in this relationship, then that also needs to be addressed. Because I get the sense that there isn't a ton of work being done with them emotionally. Okie dokie. If you'd like to work with me further, I do twin flame checks and all sorts of energy healing on Fiverr. My link's below. And I do twin flame coaching and talking on Patreon about the energies. And then I'm also on TikTok. So I would love to work with you if that's something you're called to do. And I'm going to move on to fire signs. Hello, fire signs. How are you doing? I'm going to draw 2 of each of these cards and then we'll get started drawing the cards for the individual signs. And you can watch the signs for your sun, moon, rising, and your person. Generally, I read for both, so you don't really need to watch for them. Ooh, my 2 favorite cards in this deck. Look at all that red. Oh, wow. So enchantment, romance, and creativity and empowerment. So you are very in your fire element. Very spiritually emblazed. There's a lot going on here. A lot of inner passion, inner romance, inner fire. A lot of creativity, a lot of sacral activation is available to you now. Yes, romance is between 2 people and you have those 2 flames in the card itself, but also you can look at life in a romantic way too, right? You can look, the fire signs are the spiritual element of the tarot, and the romance is, seeing the beauty in the spiritual aspect of life and what goes beyond just the physical, and just, it's the blending of the emotions, the mental and the physical into our spiritual aspect. It's the closest to source energy. So you can choose to look at life in a more non-practical way, I suppose, if that's what you want to say. Which would be, earth signs tend to be the most practical, or earth placements. But you can choose to look at things as you see their interconnectedness, see the unity consciousness and everything, and open to that side of life more, and let it inspire you, let it be your muse. Okay, Aries. Man, lots of people with this card right here. So I see for you, Aries, repeating cycles of sadness, birth and death and transformation, coming back and going. Death and judgment are both cards of return, and then cycles, transformation, and then you have the 5 of Pentacles. So this is a wake-up call to you to heal the past, and your person needs to heal their past. They're stuck in a loop of sorts. What needs to happen is that you need to see the past through a new lens. You need to see it from a spiritual lens, that these things happen to you and your person to help you somehow. And until you find that romantic take on the pain, you will just keep repeating the cycle in an attempt to heal it. So I hope that makes sense to you. You have the 1 card, they have the 2 card. And I really want to have a lot of pentacles here, which means that, to me, what I'm feeling is that There may have been physical abuse. There may have been financial manipulation. There may have been things that you really need a professional, someone who understands the deepest core levels of these things to help you with. These may even be past life things that you've brought into this life. That's how deep this goes. But just know, when you go to the depths of your soul, you know, you go to the underworld, you go to the bottom, and you come back, you are a different person with a different understanding. You see beyond the veil, and you can help other people do that too, which may or may not be part of your mission. You know, you'll know that. If you'd like to work with me more, I am on Fiverr, and I'm not a professional therapist, but I do a lot of energy work, and I can help you. My twin flame check starts at $5, and then I have a lot of other services that I offer. And if you need to contact me and ask me what I would recommend, I can help you. Okay. We are on Leo. So you are coming up here is your own card. Very high level vibrational cards. You know, I just started really seeing the Magician in a different way. The Magician's always been one of my favorite cards, or if not my favorite card. But the Magician, he commands all the elements, but he doesn't have a lot of maturity, right? He's the card after the Fool. So a lot of people talk about manipulation with him in the reverse, and a more positive take on the upright. The Magician is an awareness that you are a manifester. It doesn't necessarily speak to having done the manifestations or doing anything yet. However, the Knight of Pentacles does speak of doing a manifestation. The Knight carries the Ace to someone. In this case, it's an Ace of Pentacles, something physical, a gift, money, an offer to create something physical. In this case, these cards speak to me of understanding unconditional love, understanding the different nature of this bond, and wanting to overcome the obstacles that plague it. Your person right now seems to be doing that through flirtatious, romantic love. However, in their intentions, I think they're hiding this from you because it is behind their back from your point of view. Is something more solid. Like, I think you know, this is the Ace that they carry. I didn't even see that. And I think you don't think you're gonna get offered it, or they aren't as interested in giving to you as you are. But these cards are really asking you to have faith in spirit and magic, and to be in a receptive psychic mode. Not, you know, she's sitting in her throne with her psychic cat and her magical wand on the ground and her flower. So this is a card of magic, and this is a card of magic also. So try to be fire that isn't moving so much, if that's possible. And the Queen of Wands, you know, she knows that people want her. So if you're in the process of leveling up to the Queen of Wands, then keep working on that. But if you are doing attention-seeking behavior, ask yourself why. Nothing wrong with attention, but generally it's our inner child that is looking for that attention. Okay? So just become aware of why. And if you want to work with me more, I'm on Fiverr. My gigs start at $5 for twin flame checks. And I'm also on Patreon and TikTok. The links are below. Okay, last but not least, of course, Sagittarius. In your feels, in your king energy, your person is hermiting. You have water signs, Virgo, Leo. You have the beautiful 10 of Cups. Your person, I have a feeling, is being quite aloof to you right now. They are getting some sort of very high level spiritual downloads. So are you. You're both being illuminated by spirit. I think you want to have a very mature love. You're kind of done with their Page of Swords act from the past. There's a very strong emotional and sexual bond here that's pulling at both of you. I think you're both resisting to a point, but you're wondering, well, what is coming here? Is it the 10 of Cups? Is this possible for us? That's what's coming through. You're trying to sense with your psychic feeling and your intuitive emotional abilities. I don't know that they're giving you very much, because when you have the Hermit as what they're presenting to you, there's not much there. There's not much to be seen. That's for sure. I do think they're trying very, very hard to control themselves, to control their emotions, to control their desires and be independent. I do sort of think this is showing up as what's in their heart. If they're already dealing with the family, then that's for a few of you. They're trying to figure out what to do. If not, this is what's being held in their heart of hearts. Have they decided on this yet? No. They're viewing you as the King of Cups, and that is quite enticing towards them. All right. They do want stability, so that's nice. And I think you'll probably see some movement from them sooner rather than later. But that's all for now. I am on Fiverr. If you are interested in working with me, doing a twin flame check, having me look at your ring and do some energy work, or all the other things I do, those are the links below. And if you're interested in my Patreon, where I coach you to use your energy and try to heal past some of this, you know, really intense feelings and get yourself in alignment, then that is on there. And I'm on TikTok. Bye for now. Lots of love.